Hey friends, want to share a tool that we have available to all of you on our website, evolvebenefits.com, under the resources tab. It's called the FTE calculator. Why is this important? Well, you as a benefit advisor are going to need to understand how to advise and help a company that is considered an applicable large employer, or ALE. What is that? That's an employer that has 50 or more full-time employees or full-time equivalents. So there's many tools out there to calculate this. There's spreadsheets, there's all kinds of different things out there. We make it very simple for you, and I'm going to actually give you a little bit of an example of how you can use our tool to both calculate, but why it's important to show an employer what their risk is if they do not get themselves in compliance. So actually, let's start with a round number here. I want to go with 100 FTEs, or full-time equivalents. Now, we all know that under the rules of ACA, you get credit for the first 30. So this calculation is actually going to show what the penalty is for 70 employees not being offered at least minimum essential coverage. So first of all, for not having an ACA compliant plan, the monthly penalty cost is above $16,000. We're using a 21% tax rate. That's not important, but when you add that in, it's almost a $20,000 a month penalty. And when you annualize that, it's about $232,000. Now, that penalty letter comes in the form of a 226J letter. This is a letter the IRS sends after they do an audit, and they let the employer know what the amount of the penalty is they are about to pay. So I just gave you an example of what number that employer is going to read when they get that letter. Now, the cost of having those same employees on my $45 minimum essential coverage plan, or MEC plan, is $3,150. Now, you actually see a negative tax rate on that at 21%. So the total is just under $2,500 per month to have those same employees covered on a health plan with tangible benefits that they can use. And the annual cost of that is just under $30,000, and you're actually saving that company over $200,000. Let me say that again. You're saving that company over $200,000. What kind of companies are we talking about? Staffing companies, agribusiness. I'm talking the farms, the logistics companies, the warehouse, the storage, the seeds, everything involved in the agribusiness. Landscaping companies, janitorial, cannabis companies, assisted living facilities, home health care, and many more. There's also a new status of employees called gig workers, and that's GIG, gig. That means that these are variable hour type of employees. Now, they work for a company, but their hours are so sporadic, it's hard to track. But those employees, when you add them up, if there's a company that has hundreds of these gig workers, they're going to equal X amount of FTEs. You can simply come onto my website, use the calculator, and find out what the risk exposure is, and that is a definite segue into a meaningful conversation that you can have with this employer, advise them, and hopefully, if you're not the incumbent broker at the time, this is the kind of information that would really have that group questioning their incumbent broker, and maybe they want to work with you. It's always about bringing value to your clients. And here at Evolve Benefits, the reason why we're doing this video is actually for you. We're here to try to bring you value. So hopefully you find value in our tool. And of course, I look forward to talking to all of you very soon.